Hello, everybody. I'm so glad that you are with me. I am Pierre, if you don't know me, and it's a very good to have you here. So, this is our last season or our last sort of live event that's part of the Palaestra. If you are here because a friend invited you or because I sent it out in a daily email, the Palaestra is a community of practice where we get together once a month, we do a practice together, or I do a teaching or a talk, or we have a guest on, or we do something cool. So this session is being recorded and it's also being broadcast over to Cricket. So for everybody watching over on Cricket side, welcome. And then for everybody watching this later on YouTube or on wherever, then I'm so glad you're here and super welcome. So this is a talk that I've been doing, or not really a talk, process that I've been doing for the last couple of months, a digital detox. And I know like it's extremely ironic that we're doing a digital detox online because that's what we have right now. So that's what we have to work with. So this is weird, but this is what we're doing. So the kind of structure behind this is that I'm going to talk a bit, and then I'm going to take you through what is commonly known as a body scan. It's a specific type of meditation or a type of mindfulness practice that is designed to help you reconnect with your physical body, right? And get your attention back, well, to yourself and not to the screen. So you're welcome if you are dialing in on your phone to also, you can also like put out a yoga mat, or you can lie on the floor while doing this, you can sit up straight. It doesn't really matter. I usually, when I do this myself, I'll lie down on the floor on a yoga mat and like cover myself with a little blankie. But yeah, so I'm really glad that you're here and that you're trusting me to do this process with you. So we're going to talk about why this matters and then what we can do about it, and then we're going to do the practice together. So we spend obviously like an inordinate amount of time in front of a screen. And in 2020, this has easily like doubled or more. I mean, you can just, you're welcome to chat there in the chat on the right hand side. Like just throw in there, how much time do you think you spend in front of a screen, facing a screen? Like if I do a quick calculation of mine, I think it's about, I don't know, it's like 7 hours a day for me, at least. I don't know, whack in there how much you are spending time on the screen. So, and this is not good for us. It's not good for us like on like multiple levels. So all this time spent in front of screens is literally making us sick. Beside like the blue light affecting our eyes, sitting all day isn't healthy. If you've got a standing desk, then that's maybe a little bit better. But more than that, like our attention spans, like I found that my attention span has become really short because you're being constantly distracted by like millions of different notifications, which are all like very specifically designed to grab your attention and get you addicted to like your little black rectangle and like scrolling like a zombie, right? And Zoom fatigue is real. I mean, 2020 is hard enough on us all. I love this little meme that was going around of Jennifer Aniston, and COVID-19 quarantine is affecting us all. Jennifer Aniston. And but Zoom fatigue is real. It's this complete disconnect between being with somebody and not being with somebody. And that places tension on your brain. I did this process with like 75 psychiatrists the other day, and I also talked to them about another psychiatrist called Kurt Thompson, who said that where they did a study on Zoom fatigue and like video calling fatigue, saying that this idea that you're with somebody but you're not with somebody places tension on your brain because your brain tends to integrate when you're with somebody. It's literally like when you're physically with somebody, it integrates your experience, your sensory experience. But so this thing, like just seeing somebody on a screen, doesn't really work, and it makes us even more anxious. And all that anxiety actually goes down to, if you're interested in this type of stuff, like our like mammalian brain that is deeply afraid of being left alone, right? So that's like one of our core fears. I mean, besides being eaten and falling off a cliff, it's being left alone. And Zoom actually taps into that fear because you're alone and you're not really with somebody. So it's not good for man to be alone. So let me know, is your phone plugged into your bedside, like next to your bed, on your bedside table, right? When you're asleep, are you one of those people that like you grab your phone and you're like scrolling away? I do that. And then I hate myself. And I hate myself the next day. It was just terrible. Scrolling away till like all hours of the morning. Or maybe like you're one of one of these couples. My wife and I, we do this. It's like, I love you so much. I just want to spend time in bed looking at stuff on our phones together. So are you one of those people? Or one of those people like the very first thing you do in the morning is look at your phone? Like, look at your phone, grab your phone, and then just start scrolling away. So obviously this is like not healthy at all. So you're like scrolling, wondering what the hell you're doing with your life, right? So I've been meditating for about the last, I don't know, 25 years or so. And I found it to be one of the most life-giving and formative practices. And especially this practice that we're doing today, this connecting to your body. That's the wrong button. Connecting to your body practice, especially this body scan, is really good. So the science behind meditation and mindfulness has piqued the interest of neuroscientists since its introduction into the West, like in the 1970s, like late 60s, 1970s. And there's been like heaps and heaps and heaps of studies done on the effects on our brains and health when we meditate. But like, to be honest, so this is like me and you, like really to be honest, and I like to be honest, it's very important to note that like most of these studies are interesting, but very few, if any, are conclusive. So my neuroscientist friend always throws a complete tantrum when teachers of what she calls it Mac mindfulness, like McDonald's Mac mindfulness. When teachers of Mac mindfulness make scientific claims about mindfulness or meditation, for everything from high blood pressure all the way through to fixing your marriage, it feels to me, those those ads that you get in South Africa that are stuck on like the dustbins that promises to fix everything from like lost lover, erectile dysfunction, business problems, whatever. So sometimes it feels like that. So, but what everyone agrees with is that there's definitely something there. We see always in meditation an immediate relaxation and calm when people do even like a short course on meditation. And many people have noted like long-term character trait changes in experienced meditators. So that's like the golden, I don't know, the holy grail that everybody is chasing, all these scientists, to figure out, does meditation make long-term character traits in somebody's brain? So, and it's well known that stress and this wandering sort of ruminating mind causes our cells to like age faster, right? So our awareness of our own bodies in time and in space helps us to disconnect from these racing thoughts, and that strengthens our ability to direct our attention. And that's like one of the main benefits from this and other meditations. To strengthen your brain, to train your brain, to strengthen your brain's ability to disconnect from sort of unwanted anxiety and distraction, and then get back and redirect it back to where you are now. And in this case, back to your body, using that as an anchor. So there was this great study, one of the better studies done at UCLA, studied the brain and the brains of experienced meditators and the brains of people that haven't been meditating at all. And they found that the brains of people that have been meditating are about 7.5 years younger than non-meditators. That's really interesting. And then a couple of other studies quoted by Goldman and Davidson talk about meditation, like, and here's like a kicker, down regulating genes, meaning like you have certain genes, when you turn them on, they cause certain diseases and things. When you turn them off, they obviously don't. So down regulating means turning the switch off. And so it talks of meditation like down regulating genes involved in inflammation, and inflammation causes all sorts of havoc in our bodies. So it's my belief, right? It's my belief, and this is where meditation gets interesting, because for me it has helped, And that's why so many people are interested in it, because so many people like me are saying, but this works. Like, it helps me. It helps me deal with my stress, deal with my depression, deal with all these different things. And I believe that when we reconnect to our own bodies, it helps us to detox, even just a little, from all of this crazy screen time. So I know that my son who has ADHD is better when he walks barefoot, right? When he climbs a mountain, or when we like wrestle, when he gets back into his body. And our society is completely built around the brain. You know, as Sir Ken Robinson says, our society is built around the brain, and it's sort of leaning a little to the left, to the rational side, and which is not healthy for us, being disconnected from our bodies and our embodied experience, causing all sorts of trouble. So I know that when I lift really heavy weights, I'm a CrossFitter, in case you don't know, I can think of no problems anywhere else in my life. I know that it's just me, my body, and like this barbell and this heavy freaking thing that I have to lift right now. So Nietzsche, my probably one of my favorite philosophers, and I think one of the most important ones to read at this point in history. Nietzsche noted that we need to incorporate culture, like our entire culture, not in the soul or in the spirit, but in the body, and our physical body. And he also said that the only ideas worthwhile are ideas that were gained while walking. So all of the oldest religious traditions on the planet understand that we are whole human beings. That this is not some like weird meat suit that is carrying like this little essence around, but this is as much us as our thoughts and emotions. And like this is really is being proven in science as well recently, that our bodies carry memory. Our bodies hold on to trauma. So it's a whole experience. So therefore, to bring awareness back to our bodies is part of the key, obviously, as well as exercise and just freaking putting your phone down and not looking at it and all of that kind of stuff. It's necessary to bring our attention back to our bodies, just to stay sane. A friend of mine, Dr. Leonard Sweet, he always says, and I love this saying, I think he said it, or maybe I said it, I can't remember, but I'm quoting him. He said, the more high tech we become, the more high touch we need to be. Isn't that cool? The more high tech we become, the more high touch we need to be. And we need to become completely aware of our bodies, of our lived experience. I mean, this guy is a freaking legend. Sayadaw Upandita, like I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but he's really cool. Like he teaches mindfulness, and especially like a specific type of mindfulness. But he's like a meditation master from Burma, and he said, which I love, like this really cool thing. It says, the moment you woke up this morning, were you breathing in or breathing out? So take a second, like think back to this morning when you woke up. Were you breathing in or breathing out? And for him, he says that's the level of awareness we need to grow towards, to be able to be that aware of our own bodies and that aware of our own experience. So meditation fundamentally is like about the search for truth. Relaxing and feeling good is like a really cool side effect, but it's the search for truth, the truth of who you are, the truth of how your brain works. Because when you're meditating, you start seeing the way that you think, and you start discovering that part of you that lies with inside your physical existence. So when we are young, we are much more aware of our bodies and their sensations. And as we get older, we get sort of lost in the fog of regret and worry and screens. So practicing to be aware of our bodies will help us wake up to the world around us and will allow us to be more present, like here and now. Help us to detox, hopefully, a little bit from all of this screen time, right? So that's the talking bit. So what we're going to do now is the practice. So I would appreciate it if somebody gives me like a thumbs up or like just a how's it or something to let me know that you're still there. And that'll be really cool. So what I want you to do is to make yourself comfortable. Let me just get you so I'm right in the center of the screen. So make yourself comfortable wherever you are. You can do this like lying down if you want to. You can take your phone, put it next to you, and you lie down on a yoga mat on the floor, or otherwise you can just do it in a chair, sitting in a chair, and with your feet like flat on the ground. So the idea in meditation is always to be relaxed, but still aware. It's like you're not that relaxed that you fall asleep, but if you do fall asleep, then that's fine. It doesn't matter. People sometimes do. And but to be relaxed but aware at the same time, right? So we're going to go into it. It's going to be about 10 to 15 minutes. And then afterwards, after the session is finished, I'll post a link right here in the chat where you can find this meditation for later, a guided one that you can download, and then you can do it whenever you want. So I want to invite you, sit down or lie down and just sort of settle into your body. Just settle in, feel the weight of your body on the chair or on the floor if you're lying down. Keep your hands and your legs uncrossed, feet flat on the floor, arms just sort of in your lap. And then you're welcome to close your eyes. Now I want to invite you to take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more big one, in through your nose and out through your mouth. One big one, in and out. So the goal here is to bring awareness to your body, to where you are right now. And to do that with kindness, with non-judgment, just observing what's happening right now. So I want you to take a moment and feel your body on the chair or on the floor. Feel where it's touching. Feel the weight of your body. And while your breathing settles into a natural, gentle rhythm, there's no need to make it faster or slower. Just observing your breathing going in and out. Feeling the weight of your body being supported by the chair, by the floor. I want to invite you to focus your attention on your toes of both feet. Then feeling through each toe. So try not to imagine them, seeing a picture in your mind, but feeling them from the inside out. Maybe you can feel a slight sort of tingling sensation. Feeling the aliveness in there. And then slowly slide your awareness up both your feet, across the bridge, feeling the sole of your foot. Feeling all the little bones and sinews and muscles. The complexity of your foot. If at any time your attention starts to wander and you start thinking about something else, you can just bring it back to your body and then follow the next instruction without any judgment, feeling good or bad. Just teaching your brain to disconnect and reconnect. I want you to bring your awareness to your ankles, feeling that joint from the inside out. And then slowly sliding your attention up your lower leg, feeling the bone, the shin bone, feeling the calf muscle, feeling it from the inside out. Whilst rhythmically, naturally breathing. Next, move your attention to both your knees, sensing which way they are pointing. This is something that our brains can do. And feeling that complexity of that joint, feeling the fullness of it. And bring your attention to your upper leg, the largest bone in the body, your femur. Feeling your quad muscles, hamstrings, feeling the largeness of them, the fullness and roundness of your upper leg. These big bones and muscles that carry you around. I want to invite you to hold your entire leg, both legs, in your awareness. Feeling them and sensing them from the inside out. Feeling the aliveness, with maybe a tingling sensation. And I want you to take a deep breath into your legs, imagining the air going all the way down through your legs, into your legs, all the way into your toes, and back out again. And just spend a couple of moments breathing into both your legs. If this is maybe strange or difficult for you to imagine, then just breathe with your legs. Feeling the largeness of them. Feeling the complete length. I invite you then to move your attention up into your hips. Feeling the hip joints. Feeling your loins. This whole part of your body. Feeling your buttocks maybe touching the chair, touching the floor. The fullness of these large muscles. Just breathe into this part of your body. Feeling whatever sensation there is. Not judging it. Not thinking what's causing it. Just merely observing. And I want to invite you to move your attention up into your abdomen, feeling each organ. Maybe you can sense some sensations there or movement. You can feel the rising and the falling of the belly as you're breathing. Feeling it expand. Whatever sensation you can pick up. And if your attention is starting to wander, it's no good or bad. Just bring it back to your body and follow the next instruction. I want you to slowly, slowly, as slow as you can, move your attention up your rib cage, feeling the ribs expand as you breathe, feeling your heartbeat, feeling your lungs fill with air. If you're struggling to feel your heartbeat, then maybe just hold your breath for 1 or 2 counts, and then you should be able to feel your heartbeat. If you can't, then there's nothing wrong with that. Just spend some time here in this area of your body, feeling the sensations, breathing, beating, the movement of maybe your clothes on your skin. And now move your attention up into your shoulders, both shoulders, feeling the roundness and the fullness of them from the inside out. This really complex and wonderfully constructed joint. Feeling them from the inside out. Whatever sensations you can pick up, just notice them, become aware of them. And as you then slowly slide your attention down your upper arms, down the muscles, down the bicep, tricep, feeling that big bone, sensing your elbows. You can actually sense which way they're pointing, which is another function of your brain. And then feeling your lower arms, forearms, muscles, bone, right into your wrist, and where the wrist becomes the hand. Try and sense and feel every single bone and muscle and sinew in your hand. And as you move all the way into the tips of your fingers, perhaps you can feel a tingling sensation or even your heartbeat in your thumb and the artery running down your thumb. Whilst breathing naturally and rhythmically into your whole body. I invite you to move your attention then back up your arms to the back of your neck, moving up with every single vertebra where it connects to the skull, and then sliding your attention across your scalp, feeling all the sensations that are there. Maybe a little bit tingling, maybe some itching, and slowly moving that attention and awareness onto your forehead and face. Relaxing your forehead if there's any tension there. Relaxing your eyebrows, feeling them, sensing them. Feeling your eyes in their sockets. Relaxing the area around your eyes. Maybe you can see, even with your eyes closed, the flickering of light. Moving your attention onto the rest of your face, your nose, sensing the air moving in, slightly warm, slightly warmer when it comes out, cool when it goes in. Feeling it fill your lungs, moving in and out of your throat. And move your attention to your lips, feeling whether they're dry, maybe a little bit moist. And you can feel the inside of your mouth, teeth, gums, tongue. And as you swallow, you can feel the movement going all the way into your body. I want to invite you to breathe now with your whole body, bringing your entire body, entire existence into your awareness, as though the air is coming in your nose, your mouth, and filling every single corner of your body, every single nook and cranny. And then relaxing as the air moves out. You can even imagine the air coming in at the top of your head and moving out through your feet. And if that is tricky for you, just imagine your whole body breathing, breathing with your entire being, bringing every single cell into your awareness. Breathing in and out. I want to invite you to bring your attention back to the places or the spots where your body is touching the floor or touching the chair. Sensing that spot, that place. And then gently, when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Just bringing your awareness back into this space, back to where you are sitting or lying now. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes as though the sun is coming up. I hope you're back with me. Thank you for doing this and sitting with me. This feeling of relaxation and connectedness. I hope that this inspires you actually to keep on doing this and keep on doing this practice. Let me just get into here. So this is something you can do as part of your formal practice every day. And then when you take a break from your screen, let's just do this like body scan. You can even do it sitting at your desk. Best is doing it to lie down. And then obviously do things like, drink some water, feel the clothes on your skin, stand barefoot on the grass, watch your breath, feel your heartbeat. And you can do this in any time or space. Often when I'm standing in a queue, I just sense the clothes on my body, feel my heartbeat, feel my breathing, just to reconnect a little bit to my body. So thank you so much for sitting me. I'm going to send everybody an email. I think everybody that I can see on here is on my email list. And everybody's watching over on Cricut. I'm sure you can get my email list. You get my email as well, or whoever invited you to this session, they can forward you the email with the guided meditation body scan that you can download. So thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for being here. Super awesome. This is part of the Palaestra. If you want to join the Palaestra, you can go onto my website, palaestra.co.za, or just find it on my website, and you can join there, and we do stuff like this once a month. This is the last one for this year, so I'm looking forward to resting. I hope you're looking forward to resting, and I'll see you next year. If you want to spend a couple of minutes with me and just chat and ask a couple of questions, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to hang around for a while, but if you don't, you're welcome to just wave and leave. And grace and peace to you.